Good morning, Storytimers. Welcome back to Virtual Storytime with Miss Rhonda, and Froggy's here with me this morning too. I'm Rhonda Cunha. I'm the Early Literacy Children's Librarian at Stevens Memorial Library, and I'm so glad you could join me today. So we're going to start off Storytime with one of our favorite songs, Driving in My Car. So Froggy's going to hold a pretend steering wheel right here in his hands like this. I'm going to do one hand like this. So we're going to drive in the car and we're going to beep our horn. Beep, 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 just like that. You ready? Okay, here we go. Driving in my car, driving in my car, driving all the way to Stevens Library in my car. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, now let's sing it. If it was raining and we were driving in our car, we'd have our windshield wipers on. And the windshield wipers go swish, 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 swish. Okay, you ready? And then we're going to add the beep, beep, beep after that. So here we go. Driving in my car, driving in my car, driving all the way to Stevens Library in my car. Swish, 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 swish. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Now, what if we saw one of our friends walking down the street? We would call out and say, hi. So let's do that. You ready? Driving in my car, driving in my car, driving all the way to Stevens Library in my car. Hi, 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 hi. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. One more time. Driving in my car. Driving in my car. Driving all the way to Stevens Library in my car. Yay! That was fun. This is my new friend Lammy, and Lammy is going to help us do our peanut butter hello today. Yes, you are, right? Okay. So we're going to do peanut butter hello first by slapping our legs and clapping our hands. I'm going to pat Lammy on her chest when I do the clap. Ready? So we're going to do slap and clap, slap and clap, peanut butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Say that again really fast. Hello. Good job. Okay, now we're going to stretch it out slow like bubble gum and then pop it at the end. Ready? And we're going to do it nice and slow. Slap and clap, slap and clap, peanut butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slowly as we can. Hello, pop it. Good job. Okay. All right, Lammy, what should we do next? You tell me. Okay. All right, Lammy wants to say hello like a sheep. So let's do that one. Ready? Slap, bang, clap. Slap, bang, clap. Peanut butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello like a sheep if we can. Good job. All right. Now let's say hello as quietly as we can. Ready? We're going to whisper this one. Slap, bang, clap. Slap, bang, clap. Peanut butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quietly as we can. Ready? Hello. You were very quiet. All right. Okay. Now let's do it as loudly as we can. You ready? Here we go. Slap, bang, clap. Slap, bang, clap. Peanut butter, marmalade, and jam. Let's say hello as loudly as we can. Let me hear you at home. Hello! Great. That was good. You were very loud. Okay. And now let's see. Can you think of an animal that you want to make a sound like? Oh. What's that? Oh. It's Froggy. Froggy, you want to do an animal that makes the frog sound, don't you? Okay, we're going to do a frog. Ready? Slap, bang, clap. Slap, bang, clap. Peanut butter, marmalade, and jam. Let's say hello like a frog if we can. Ready? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me today. Okay. The story I'm going to tell you today is called The Wolf Who Loved Sheep. No, not that kind of love sheep. This kind of love sheep. Yeah. Sorry. That's what the story's about today. Now, this wolf lived at the edge of the woods, and on the edge of the woods was a big meadow, and that's where the farmer put his sheep out to graze. And so every day the wolf would come down to the edge of the forest, and he'd hide behind one of the trees, and he'd watch those sheep. And he was trying to pick out which sheep would he like for his dinner. Well, he happened to see a big, beautiful sheep. She was the fattest sheep in the whole meadow, and the wolf watched her day after day. And he finally decided he would make his move and go down there and eat her. Well, the sheep's name was Bagata, and she knew how beautiful she was. She was very proud of her beautiful woolly coat and her big plump body. She had beautiful long eyelashes that after she noticed that the wolf was watching her, she started to make sheep eyes at him. She would go like this. She thought the wolf thought she was all that. Well, the wolf did, but he liked her to have a little bit of salt and pepper on her too. The wolf came down from the edge of the forest, and he came up to Bagata, and he said, "You are a very plump, beautiful sheep." And Bagata said, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So I noticed that you've been watching me from the edge of the forest, and well, I have many admirers." And the wolf said, "Oh, I've been watching you, all right. I've been watching you because I'm going to eat you today." And Bagata went, oh my, I wasn't expecting that. And she was very surprised. And she started to shake in her little curly woolly coat, and she had to think fast. She came up with an idea. She said to the wolf, I realize that you're a wolf, and wolves eat other animals. We all have to eat. And of course, I eat grass. And I was just thinking that if you wanted to wait a little while, I could eat all this juicy green grass, and it would make me taste so much better, and I'll get so much fatter that if you come back in a month, I will give myself to you. You can eat me. So the wolf thought, fatter, juicier, sounds good to me. So he agreed, and he said, "I'll come back in a month." So the wolf went away to the forest again, and Bagata thought she was so clever. So a month came by, and the wolf looked all over the field for Bagata, and he couldn't find her. Well, he finally came across her, and she was stuck in between the rocks, and she had her hoofs pressed up against an enormous rock that she appeared to be holding up. And she said, "Oh, "Oh, Mr. Wolf, thank goodness that you're here. I've been holding this rock up for 2 days and I'm exhausted." And he said, well, what are you doing that for? And she said, "Well, the problem is that if I let go of this rock, that rock is going to roll down the hill and it's going to kill the farmer. And if the farmer gets killed, they're going to sell all the sheep." And the wolf thought, "Oh dear, if they sell all the sheep, there goes my food supply." She said, "Please, my legs are so tired. Will you take my place just to let me rest and then you can eat me?" So the wolf said, "Okay, all right, good idea." So he very carefully squeezed in next to Bagata and he pushed his paws up against the top of the rock and Bagata slid out from underneath him. And she said, "Okay, I'm just going to rest for a few minutes. I'll be right back." And of course, Bagata got out of there fast. The wolf stayed there. "Oh, this is really hard to do. Oh my gosh, but if I don't do it, I'll lose all those sheep. Oh God, this is terrible." And he waited and he waited and he got more and more tired. And he waited for 2 whole days and Bagata never came back to the field. At that point, it occurred to him that maybe he was being tricked. And he got really mad and he quickly got out from under the rock. The rock didn't move. It was stuck fast there with all the other rocks. He realized, yeah, she tricked me. Ooh, I'm going to get her. So he looked everywhere for Bagata and he found her at last. And he said, "Okay, you tricked me. You're going to pay now." And she said, "Okay, you're right. I tricked you. But I just want to tell you that if you eat me now, you are not going to have room in your tummy for the big, beautiful cheese that will be floating in the pond tonight." And the wolf said, "Whoa, I love cheese. I love cheese. Oh, okay, here's what we'll do. I'll eat the cheese tonight, and then after the cheese, I'm going to eat you." And Bagata said, "Fair's fair. Okay, I agree." So when nighttime came, Bagata led the wolf down to the edge of the pond, and there was a beautiful full moon. And when the wolf looked in the pond, he saw the yellow cheese, and he leaped into the pond, and he kept biting at the cheese, and he'd open his mouth wide, and he'd bite at the cheese again, and it would just disappear into golden droplets. And he kept trying and trying and trying, and he was so tired, he could not get that cheese. And Bagata, in the meantime, all this splashing and everything was going on, Bagata just moved away. And the wolf said to a crane that was standing nearby, "I don't get it. I can't get this cheese." And the crane said, "You silly wolf. That's not a cheese. That's the reflection of the moon up in the sky, and it's being reflected down into the water. That's not cheese." And the wolf went, "Ooh, yeah!" He got really mad. He realized now Bagata had tricked him again. Well, he went to find Bagata. And he said, "All right, that's it. That's it. No more fooling around. I'm going to eat you now." And Bagata said, "Okay, it's what we agreed to, but can I ask you for just one thing before you eat me?" And the wolf said, "Well, last request. Okay." And so Bagata said, I want you to just eat me whole, like swallow me in one gulp. I don't want you to chew me up into little bits." And so the wolf said, "Whatever. I don't care if I eat you in bits or if I eat you whole." And so Bagata said, "Okay, you stand here. I'm going to move over here and I'm going to run with all my might and I'm going to jump into your mouth and then you can eat me. Now just close your eyes." And so the wolf said, "Okay." And he closed his eyes and he opened his mouth as wide as he could. And Bagata came running at the wolf with a big handful of prickly plants and shoved them into the wolf's mouth. And the wolf quickly snapped down on what he thought was Bagata. And he chewed and chewed and chewed. And then all of a sudden he went, His mouth was filled with prickles and burning, 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 burning. And he ran as fast as he could to the edge of the water. And he sucked down as much water. And he said, Bagata, you taste terrible. You're terrible tasting. I will never eat another sheep. Ugh, I had no idea they tasted so horribly. And so the wolf didn't eat any more sheep, and Bagata was able to go back to her meadow and eat as much grass as she wanted in peace and safety. And that's how Bagata tricked the wolf in The Wolf Who Loved Sheep. The end. So today's little song also is about sheep. And you can see, here's my 1, 2, 3, 4 sheep here. Now sheep have a nice warm and woolly coat. It keeps them warm in the fields at night when it's chilly. But also we use wool. People use wool to make sweaters. And so every now and then the farmer comes along and he uses a special tool called a shear, and he takes the takes the wool off of the sheep. And then the wool is taken away, it's washed and cleaned and dyed, and then it's treated specially and turned into yarn. And then the yarn is knitted into sweaters or mittens or scarves. So we're going to watch these sheep lose their curly fur. Are you ready? It goes like this. 4 white and woolly sheep in the pasture fast asleep. Their wool kept them warm all night long. The farmer ran away with one, sheared her wool till he was done. Now there are 3 white woolly sheep. All right, let's sing. We got 3 sheep, 1, 2, 3, with their wool still on, and one that doesn't have any wool on them yet, but it will grow back. Okay, ready? 3 white and woolly sheep in the pasture fast asleep. Their wool kept them warm all night long. The farmer ran away with one, sheared her wool till he was done. Now there are 2 white woolly sheep. Now we get 2 furless sheep, and we've got 1, 2 with wool on them. All right, ready? 2 white and woolly sheep in the pasture fast asleep. Their wool kept them warm all night long. The farmer ran away with one, sheared her wool till he was done. Now there's just 1 white woolly sheep. Now we have 1 left. Ready? 1 white and woolly sheep in the pasture fast asleep. Her wool kept her warm all night long. The farmer ran away with one, sheared her wool till he was done. Now there's no longer woolly sheep. Okay, it's time to play Little Mouse, Little Mouse. So, Froggy, will you come on up here and help us? There's Froggy. Say hi to the girls and boys at home. All right, Storytimers, you know how this works. Froggy's going to help me. Here's the mouse. We're going to close our eyes, and while I sing my song, Froggy is going to hide the mouse. That's right. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. All right, ready? Here we go. Now it's time to close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Now it's time to close your eyes. No one's peeking. Okay, now you can open your eyes. Froggy, Froggy. You're peeking, but you were supposed to keep your eyes open and hide the mouse under one of those houses. Did you do that? Froggy? Yeah, yes, you did. He likes to tease me. All right, here we go. Let's guess a color. Let's start with, well, let's name our colors first. Ready? This one is white, black, green, purple, yellow, and orange. Okay, so we're going to guess under the white one. So let's say our little rhyme. Ready? Little mouse, are you under the white house? Let's look and see. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Not there. All right, let's see. Will you give us a hint, Froggy? No, he's not going to give us a hint. All right, how about purple? Shall we guess under the purple one? Froggy's clapping his hands. He thinks that's a good idea. Let's see. Little mouse, are you under the purple house? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's not there. How about the yellow house? Oh, you don't want us to look under the yellow house. Do you think maybe it might be under the yellow house? Let's look under the yellow house. Little mouse, are you under the yellow house? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. There he is! We found the mouse! Yay! Okay, Storytimers, it's time to say goodbye for this week. So let's do one of our closing rhymes. Ready? Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around, now touch your nose. Crouch down low, reach up high. Story time's over. Wave goodbye. Thanks for joining me. Remember that we're doing curbside pickups. You can come in. We have a children's browsing collection now. You can make an appointment. You can come in and pick up some new books. So we hope we'll see you, and have a great week. Bye now.